Good evening. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Ann Powell with the WJTS News. A tragic end in the search for a missing Huntingburg man. Huntingburg police say that 82-year-old Raymond Underwood was found dead along County Road 50 West, just north of Highway 64. Police report the family would like to extend their biggest thanks and much gratitude for all of the people involved in the search for Underwood. No other information has been released at this time. A four-vehicle crash in Kentucky claimed the life of a Rockport man over the weekend. It happened on Audubon Parkway in Henderson County, Kentucky on Sunday. 38-year-old Norman Hudson was pronounced dead at the scene. According to Kentucky State Police, the preliminary investigation indicates that Hudson was traveling east in the westbound lanes of the parkway when he sideswiped a Nissan Sentra, then crashed into a Chevrolet Malibu head-on. KSP says that Hudson then crashed into a Ford Ranger and a Dodge Ram before his own car went airborne and overturned in the median. Hudson was not wearing a seatbelt and was ejected out of the vehicle. The three other people involved in that crash were taken by ambulance to Deaconess Hospital in Evansville, and another driver was flown to the hospital for more serious injuries. Their conditions are not known at this time. The parkway was closed for nearly 5 hours. The investigation is still ongoing. Portersville Road north of 47th Street in Jasper is back open after a single vehicle accident. According to police, the driver was hauling corn when they went off the right side of the roadway, overcorrected, and caused them to roll over on the left side of the road. Police say that driver was injured and taken by ambulance to Memorial Hospital for treatment. No other injuries were reported. Indiana's Attorney General wants the state Supreme Court to get involved in the fight between the legislator and Governor Holcomb over the governor's emergency powers. AG Todd Rokita Monday asked the Supreme Court to halt the case that currently is in Marion County Court. Rokita says the governor is trying to grab too much power by challenging a law that would limit what he can do in another state emergency. The governor's office says that lawmakers are the ones who are trying to grab the power. Lawmakers approved the new law back in the spring. The governor then vetoed it, but the legislature overrode that veto. The law has been tied up in court ever since. Indiana is one of the most aggressive states in the Midwest when it comes to recovering unemployment overpayments. Records from the Department of Labor show that the state has collected $26 million in overpayments so far. The same department shows that Indiana paid out over $100 million to people on unemployment. Thousands of people across the state are now getting letters telling them that they need to repay some of that money, and in some cases, it's thousands of dollars. The Department of Labor says only about 5% of Indiana's payments were lost to fraudsters. The Pat County 4-H Fair continues on Wednesday with Family Free Night. The day kicks off with the Free Rabbit Show at 9 a.m. and at 4 p.m. the parade begins marching around the loop of Hornaday Park, followed by an opening ceremony at the amphitheater. The 100th Fair reception is scheduled to take over the 4-H building at 5 p.m. Free laser tag and the cornhole tournament both are scheduled for the 5 to 9 p.m. time slot. The last event of the day is the free beef show and sheep shows, which start at 6:30 p.m. A full list of events is posted on our website, WJTS.tv. The Greater Jasper School Board received an update on the iLearn proficiency data from the past school year. iLearn is Indiana's Learning Evaluation Assessment Readiness Network and is a program used to measure student achievement by Indiana academic standards. The program started during the 2018-2019 school year, and given the impact COVID-19 has had on education for the last year, the assessment for the 2019-2020 school year was waived. Assistant Superintendent of Curriculum, Instruction, and Assessment, Tina Falk, presented the board the proficiency rates for English language, arts, and math, comparing Greater Jasper school rates to the state of Indiana percentages.
Overall, we're satisfied that our scores are well above the state average, but we recognize that the pandemic and just the natural obstacles that it brought about require us to take that assessment data with a grain of salt. So we will look most closely at standards level data to help us inform instructional practices and priorities as we continue through the school year.
In general, the school district performed better in most cases than the state's numbers, and for Fox, there are some positives to take into account.
Just the fact that we were in person and able to assess our students. Schools in other parts of the state who were remote had to have an additional challenge just getting students to come in and take the assessment. So our participation rates in and of themselves are something to celebrate.
With rates across the state hitting low percentages, it presents a challenge for Indiana schools to make up the ground that was lost last year. The iLearn data will give schools information they need to know where they should prioritize and focus their instruction upon.
You know, the math scores across the state were somewhat low, so I do think that that's an area that we can invest some time and really dig into where we need to focus our instruction to improve our student outcomes there. But ELA needs the same attention as well, really.
You can find a full breakdown of those percentage rates on our website, WJTS.tv. 2 more road projects are scheduled to start in southern Indiana next month. The first project is on State Road 68 between State Road 57 and State Road 61 near Linville in Warwick County. NDOT maintenance crews are closing State Road 68 on Monday, August 2nd for 3 different culvert pipe replacements between Pigeon Creek and Big Creek in the areas of Bixton Road and Newman Road. Crews will be excavating and replacing 3 separate drainage structures over the course of 4 days. This requires a full pavement cut across all lanes of traffic. Each pipe is expected to take about 1 day to complete and will be performed under a full road closure. The road is expected to reopen after each pipe replacement for evening and overnight traffic, but will close again the following morning for the next replacement project. Local traffic will still have access up to the point of closures, although traffic should use the official detour following State Road 61, I-64, and I-69. NDOT has also announced intermittent traffic stops on US 50 in Vincennes. Crews will begin working nights on Old 67 Bridge and US 50 to set new beams. The traffic stops will allow crews to safely work above the roadway, and each stop will last for approximately 10 minutes at a time. Work is expected to begin on or after Monday, August 2nd, and will last for approximately 3 weeks. Crews will be working from 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. and urges drivers to slow down and use extra caution when driving around all work zones. All work is weather dependent and schedules are subject to change. If you enjoy gardening and helping others grow, then dig out your calendar. Purdue Extension is offering Master Gardener courses again this fall. Sessions will be held on Thursday afternoons from 2 to 5 p.m. Eastern Time, 1 to 4 p.m. Central Time, beginning on September 9th and running through December 16th. The courses will be held at the Fernan Library, which is located at 112 East 16th Street in Fernan. Participants will learn about a wide range of subjects, including soil and plant science, diagnosis of plant problems, pesticide safety, composting native and invasive species, and the culture of vegetables, flowers, landscaping, lawn, and fruit plants. An early bird registration fee of $150 per person is available before August 26, and after this date, the fee increases to $165 per person. Registration covers items such as educational materials, publications, name badges, and refreshments. Couples or family members who wish to take the course together and share reference materials can also register for $210 per couple through August 22nd or $225 per couple after that date. If you'd like to join their class, you can contact the Purdue Extension office of Dubois County at 812-482-1782. And stay tuned. Weekly forecasts and sports with Kirk Guxel are still to come on the WJTS News.